I will discuss about bovine viral diarrhea. It is a disease of acute or chronic origin characterized by gastroenteritis disorders and agalexia. It is caused by a bovine viral diarrhea virus that belongs to the pestivirus. As I had discussed previously, many of the diseases related with this pestivirus genus. It is antigenically related with the swine fever virus also. It is having two types. One is non-cytopathogenic and second is the cytopathogenic. Both are depending upon the growth character in the tissue culture. Out of this, non-cytopathogenic is very important. Regarding transmission, generally all the secretions and excretion contains this virus. If infected cattle is there, the incidence is higher in rainy and winter season. Generally, young cattle which are persistently infected with the non-cytopathogenic strain, the virus is the major source as it acts as a carrier in these conditions. Very brief pathogenesis, it multiplies into the Peyer's patches and inflames after injection. Then it develops enteritis syndrome when it enters through the buccal cavity. It also causes the buccal lesions, that is oral stomatitis. It also crosses the placental barrier and that causes the different pathological changes followed by abortion. Regarding clinical manifestation, number of type of disease are there that is caused by the bovine viral diarrhea. One by one we will discuss. The most frequent form of this infection is the subclinical form, or you can say inapparent form. It is characterized by the high morbidity and low case fatality, while mild fever is there, inaptitude, then mild diarrhea and rapid recovery. The acute mucosal disease, it is very important. There is a group of symptoms are there. A wide variety of the symptoms are observed in this condition. There is sudden onset if the age is between 6 to 24 months, especially during early fetal life if the cattle is already infected. The morbidity rate is low, but the case fatality rate is over 90%, and sporadic cases may be observed at the affected area. There are animals, they become depressed, anorectic, there is a drooling of saliva, wetting of the hair around the mouth, there is a temperature of 104 to 105 degrees centigrade, there is tachycardia, polypnea, renal contractions are usually absent, generally profuse and watery diarrhea that is observed up to 2 to 4 days after the onset of clinical illness. The feces having a foul smell and that may contains mucus or variable quantities of the blood. Sometimes staining is observed, that is indication of the dysentery, and generally staining of the perineal region is observed. Generally reproductive failure and neonatal disease are observed. The conception failure is there, increased embryonic mortality is there, fetal mummification, premature birth, stillbirth, congenital anomalies are observed in this condition. Erosive erythromatite, it is very characteristic finding in this case. There is a formation of oral lesion that is of discrete and shallow in nature, and lesions are seen inside the lips, while also observed in the gums and dental pad, while the posterior part of the hard palate is also affected, and lesions are also observed on the tongue. The entire oral cavity may have a cooked appearance, that is very characteristic, with the grayish colored necrotic epithelium covering the deep pink raw base. Similar lesions are also observed on the muzzle. Then there is a dehydration and weakness are also observed due to severe diarrhea. Then another form of the disease is chronic mucosal form. It is characterized by diarrhea, inappetence, progressive emaciation. There is a rough, dry hair coat. Chronic blot is there. Hoof deformity is also observed. And the chronic erosions, very mild erosions are observed in the oral cavity. Another very important form is peracute form. In this form, generally enteritis is observed, and it is highly fertile and generally observed in immunocompetent and seronegative animals. And the most common complaint which is given by the owners is the presence of the respiratory diseases before the death. Then thrombocytopenia and hemorrhagic form of this viral disease. The cattle, affected cattle having a low platelet count, clinically there is a bloody diarrhea followed by fever, diarrhea and abdominal stasis, and dehydration is also observed. And the diagnosis, the presence of characteristic clinical and pathological findings. A severe leukopenia is the characteristic finding in case of acute mucosal disease. There is a viral isolation. Then the monoclonal antigen captured ELISA test, it is the latest one. And to hard check, you can use some commercial kits that detect the antigen into the antibody into the serum. Then treatment, prevention and control. Generally no treatment is there, only symptomatic therapy can be given. There is a colostrum feeding in calves that helps to boost up the immunity. Generally colostrum feeding provides immunity up to 6 months. Then there is a combination of the biosecurity and vaccination. Generally both modified live vaccines and inactivated vaccines are available in the market. All the calves at 4 to 6 months of age can be injected with the modified live vaccine. The emphasis must be given on the immunization of the heifers, especially if they are ready for the breeding at least before 120 days of gestation. Generally all heifer replacement and cows are vaccinated 6 to 6 weeks before breeding with a multivalent vaccine. So that is all about the bovine viral diarrhea. Thank you.